Hi everybody, it's Dagmar Bryant, Mindset and Transformational Coach, coming to you this morning to talk about persistence. So what is it about persistence that is important? Well, persistence is what gets us to the results, whether we're looking at our work, our relationships, or life in general. Persistence is what wins the race. Remember, it was the tortoise that won the race, simply by keeping on going at a steady pace. I'd like to tell you a story of a young girl who grew up in Romania. When she was very little, she used to love jumping on all of the furniture. When she was in kindergarten, her mother enrolled her in gymnastics. In 1976, she was 14 years old and she participated in the Montreal Olympics. She was the first gymnast to ever be awarded a perfect 10. She also came away with 3 gold medals. Who is this lady that I'm speaking about? Her name is Nadia Comaneci. When she was interviewed after her events, she said, and is quoted as having said, "I wasn't the best, but I was the most persistent." She was the most dedicated. It was dedicated. And that is the takeaway that I would like you to take from that story, but also take it into your life, because it is persistence that helps us get through. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday in Australia, and she was telling me her story about how she had broken up with her relationship and all of the challenges that had presented. And it was a really tragic story, and my heart felt for her. You would think that when we get to a certain age that it wouldn't be so bad, that we get to a certain age and you've overcome all of your challenges, that for the last however many years of your life, whether it's that 20, 30, 40, that you can just cruise along and everything would just be nice and easy, because you would think that you've done all the hard yards. But that isn't always the case. Unfortunately, in life, it's almost like winning a race. It's almost like participating in the Olympics. We get challenges presented to us over a long period of time. And it's like being in a decathlon, doing different events time and time again, where we have to just keep persisting. And after a while, sometimes we feel that we don't want to keep going because it's just too hard. And those are the moments that we have to find a way to pick ourselves up, to remember that we are here for a reason. And with all of our challenges, maybe the thing that we need to remember is that there is a lesson that we need to learn out of that. That's not always an easy task to do, to look at ourselves, warts and all, and ask ourselves, what on earth was I meant to learn from this situation? And most of the time, the situations are downright crappy. So it's hard to evaluate ourselves, but if we can do that successfully, it helps us to pick ourselves up, to say, you know what, I've learned from that experience. It was a really horrible experience, and I don't want that again, so I'm going to do better next time. That's how we pick ourselves up. That's how we give ourselves the energy and the strength to persist and try one more time, whatever that might be. I'd like to leave you with those thoughts today. Keep persisting. Remember, the tortoise wins the race. It's dedication that keeps us going. And I don't know about you, but I'm certainly going to be asking to read the fine print when I get upstairs, the fine print of the contract of what I agreed to in this lifetime. And I can tell you, I'm probably going to be going, I agreed to that? Really, what was I thinking? Keep going, people. Persist. Believe in yourself. That's the only way you're going to get through your challenges. Because, as Venus Williams once said, you have to believe in yourself when nobody else does. That's what makes you a winner. And you are a winner. Love to you all. Thank you so much for listening. Share your comments. How have you been able to persist through your challenges? What has kept you going? I'd love to hear from you. Like, share, and talk to you again tomorrow.